Dear students, welcome to the online classes of chemistry. So, today we will discuss about the second topic, solutions. So, here as already you have studied solid state as well as this a gaseous state. So, here it is a solution. It is also an easy part. So, here what is the solution? Generally we know that solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. Generally we know that solution is a mixture of solute plus solvent. Then what are solutions? So, solutions are these are the homogeneous mixture of two or more pure components. Homogeneous mixture of two or more pure components. Maybe 2, maybe 3 or maybe 4, that is pure components, and these exist in the single phase. These exist in the single phase. Single phase means what? Single phase means homogeneous. Homo means a single, geneous means a part. Homogeneous. Look here students, here I will show an example. So here if you take 100 ml of water, 100 ml of water, to this add 10 gram of sodium chloride salt or 10 gram of sugar. Look here students, if you take 100 ml of water in a beaker and to this 10 gram of sodium chloride or sugar is added and shaken well, and after that shaking, so it becomes homogeneous single phase. So only you observe liquid. The sugar particles or salt particles are not observed, are not visible. It is called as single phase, homogeneous. So here what are solutions? Solutions are the homogeneous mixtures of two or more pure components. It is the homogeneous mixture of two or more components. So which exist in single phase. Look here students, homogeneous means that is same part. Homo means same, geneous means part, or that is phase. It is a single phase, so this is called as a solution. And here in solutions, so look here, if what is solute plus solvent? What is solute and what is solvent? It is very important. Look here, number one, what is a solvent? So here solvent means the component which is present in larger quantity. The component present in larger quantity. The component present in larger quantity in the solution. Is called solvent. For example, here that is water and then that is sugar is there. So which is the larger quantity one? So it is here 100 ml of water is called as solvent. It is in larger amount. The species which are in larger amount or larger quantity are called as solvent, and the smaller quantity is called as a solute. So here the second one is solute. The components present in the smaller quantity the component present in larger quantity or the component which is present in smaller quantity. The component present in the smaller quantity in the solution is called solute. Look here students, so sugar is that is here water is a solvent and sugar is solute, it is a smaller quantity, it is present in a small quantity. So, the species which are present in small quantity are called as solute and the species which are present in large quantity are called as a solvent. So, here it is about solute and solvent, solute and solvent. If the component contains only two, that is only if the solution contains two component, then it is called as binary solution. If the solution contains three component, then it is called as ternary solution. And if the solution contains four component, then it is called as a quaternary solution or quaternary mixture. So, look here. Look here students, and here this topic carries near about 7 marks. ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, 7 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 and question number 2. So, both that is carries, that is 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, and question number 28, it carries 5 marks, 5 marks. Totally that is total 7 marks. Here question number 1 and 2 fixed, that is on solution, and question number 28 it is also fixed, that is on solution. Question number 28 it carries 5 marks question. Totally that is 7 marks for this topic. So, here let us see that is what are binary solutions or ternary solutions. Look here solution students. Here number 1, what is the binary solution? Binary solution, or it is also called as a binary mixture, binary solution or binary mixture. And if the solution contains two components, if the solution contains two components, then it is called binary solutions. If the solution contains two components, then it is called binary solution. The best example is sugar plus water, only two components, sugar plus water, two component, it is called as binary solution. Then if the component, that is ternary mixture or ternary solution, ternary 3, if the solution contains three components, if the solution contains three components, then it is called ternary mixture. So, look here students, best example is sugar plus salt plus water, sugar, salt plus water. So, sugar and salt both are dissolved in water, so it is completely soluble and it forms a homogeneous mixture, so it is called as ternary mixture or ternary solution. Then another one, that is quaternary solution or quaternary mixture. So, here it contains 4 components. If the solution contains 4 components, if the solution contains 4 components, then it is called quaternary solution. Look here students, example salt plus sugar plus lemon juice plus water. Salt soluble in water, sugar soluble in water, lemon juice soluble in water, so it forms a quaternary solution. So therefore, here only for our syllabus we have to study only binary solutions. We have to study binary solutions. So look here, we have to study the binary solutions only. Students, here types of solutions. Look here. So here, based on the physical state or physical nature of the solvent, physical state or physical nature of the solvent, the solutions are mainly classified into three types. One is it is a gaseous solution, another one is a liquid solution, and third one is a solid solutions. So here remember, based on the physical state or physical nature, the solutions are mainly classified into three types. Based on the physical state or physical nature, the solutes are mainly classified into three types. That is based on the physical state. Maybe that is in some book it is given as based on the physical state of the solvent, based on the physical state of the solvent. So based on the physical state of the solvent, the solutions are mainly classified into three types. Number one, gaseous solutions. Number two, liquid solutions. Number three, solid solutions. So then what are gaseous solutions? What are gaseous solutions? Look here, the solutions in which the solvent is gas, the solvent must be gas, and the solute may be either solid or liquid or a gas. Solute may be gas, liquid or solid, but the solvent must be gas in the gaseous solution. So it is here gaseous solutions. What are gaseous solutions? So it is the solutions in which the solvent is gas. Remember students, here the solvent is a gas and the solute may be either solid or liquid, or gas. These are called as gaseous solutions. Remember students, so the solutions in which the solvent is gas, solvent must be gas because it mainly depends on the physical state of the solvent. So the solvent is gas and the solute may be either solid, liquid or gas. I will give the example here. So I will write examples of gaseous solutions and even that is liquid solution. Then what are liquid solutions? Look here, the solutions in which look here, in which the solvent is liquid. The solution in which the solvent is gas, the solution in which the solvent is liquid, because it is liquid solution depending upon the physical state. So here that is a liquid and the solute may be solid, liquid or gas. These are called as liquid solutions. And the last one, what are solid solutions? The solutions in which the solvent is solid. Look here, solid solutions, the solutions in which the solvent is solid and the solute may be either solid or liquid or gas. Look here students, these are that is the types of solution which are that is mainly depends on the physical state of the solvent. So it is here the solutions in which the solvent is gas, it is gaseous solution, and the solute may be either solid, liquid or gas. And the liquid solutions, the solutions in which the solvent is liquid and the solute may be solid, liquid or gas. And similarly, so the solid solutions are those solutions in which the solvent is solid and the solute may be either solid, liquid or gas. Look here, solid solution, solvent is solid, liquid solution, solvent is liquid, and gaseous solution, so solvent is a gas. So it is classification of solutions based on their physical state or physical nature. And now I will write that is the examples, which is solute and solvent and different types of solutions example. Look here students, types of solutions: solute, solvent, and I will write examples. Look here, types of solution: solute, solvent, and then example. So first one, that is gaseous solutions. So first we will discuss about gaseous solutions. And here in gaseous solution, look students, here what is the definition? The solution, what are gaseous solution? The solution in which the solvent is gas. Solvent is gas. I will write here solvent is gas. And the solute may be gas, liquid or solid. The solute may be gas, liquid or solid. So here the solvent is gas, means that is I will write all the gas. Then we know few examples here. In our day-to-day life, we are facing these examples, we are observing these examples. So what are the examples here? Gas, liquid, solid. And what are the examples for gas and gas? Gas is a solute which is present in smaller quantity, and the gas is a solvent which is present in the larger quantity. So here we know that is examples: mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. So air contains that is oxygen, nitrogen, and then hydrogen, small amount of carbon dioxide, small amount of carbon monoxide, etc. So therefore I will write the example this for gaseous state. Here I will write mixture of oxygen and O2 and N2. Mixture of O2 and N2 means oxygen and nitrogen. Mixture of oxygen and nitrogen gases. Is clear? So that is air contains both, that is oxygen and nitrogen. So that here the gaseous solution mainly contains solute is gas and solvent is gas. Example is mixture of oxygen and nitrogen. So nitrogen is in more quantity and oxygen is in small quantity. Then second example. So it is water, that is this liquid gas. Look here students, in the laboratory generally we are doing experiment with chloroform. When chloroform is mixed with nitrogen gas. Chloroform is mixed with nitrogen gas. So here chloroform is the liquid and nitrogen is gaseous state, which is in the solvent state, which is in more quantity. So it is mixed with nitrogen gas. So here it is an example for this. Then third one, solid and gas. Solid and gas. Look here students, solid and gas, you know generally camphor, karpura, naphthalene, dambar guligi, so then ammonium chloride and iodine, like this, that is these solids. For example, so I will write that is camphor. So it is here this camphor. So camphor when burnt in presence of nitrogen gas. So it is camphor in nitrogen gas. Camphor is a solid, nitrogen is a gas. So it is solid gas. Or you may take naphthalene, or you may take iodine, solid, or ammonium chloride. So here these are the examples for this gaseous solutions. Look here, three examples: gas, solvent is gas, gas, and solute is gas, liquid or solid. Then the second example is liquid solutions. Liquid solutions. So what are liquid solutions? So liquid solutions are those in which the solvent is liquid. The solvent is liquid. I will write solvent is liquid, and then that is the solute may be either that is gas or liquid or solid. Look here, gas, liquid or solid, and here it is always that is liquid. So again, that's why I written example, that is definition of solutions. So what are liquid solutions? The solutions in which the solvent is liquid and the solute may be gas, liquid or solid. Then look here example, students. Gas and liquid. Gas is a solute and liquid is a solvent, larger quantity. You are very familiar with this example. So because here you have seen that is in river, you have seen in sea, you have seen in well, bavi. So it is oxygen is dissolved in water. Oxygen is a gas and water is a liquid. Oxygen is dissolved in, O2 is dissolved in water. And even you may write carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is also dissolved in water. So it is or, that is or you may write CO2 is dissolved in water, or even carbon dioxide is dissolved in soft drinks, cold drinks, like this. Then the second example, liquid, many examples are there. You may mix a sugar solution and salt solution, or you may go for that is another example. So it is ethanol, ethyl alcohol, or methanol dissolved in water, methanol, so it is dissolved in ethanol or methanol dissolved in water, so it is an example. Look here, and the third one, that is solid. So ethanol or methanol, when it is dissolved in water, so it is homogeneous. It is liquid, liquid. Ethanol is also liquid, methanol is also liquid, that is ethyl alcohol and methyl alcohol. Then solid, liquid. Look here students, solid, liquid. Solid is a solute and solvent is a liquid. Familiar, very familiar. Sugar dissolved in water, sugar dissolved in milk, salt dissolved in water. So, or glucose or sucrose, glucose or sucrose dissolved in water, or even you may write salt dissolved in water, glucose or sucrose dissolved in water, or salt dissolved in water. So, therefore, here glucose or sucrose is solid and water is a liquid, and here it is called as liquid solutions. I think it is clear here, that is, and the last one is solid solutions. So, I think that is, you got it. Now, last one, that is solid solutions. Look here students, solid solutions. So, what are solid solutions? Solid solutions are those in which the solid is that is solvent. Solid is a solvent and the solute may be either solid, liquid or gas. So, therefore, here the solvent is solid and solute may be that is gas, liquid or solid. Then what is the example here? Look here, gas and solid. Gas and solid. So, what is the example here? So, the best example which we are doing in the laboratory is hydrogen gas on the surface of palladium. On the surface of palladium, or you may even take that is nickel, hydrogen gas in presence of nickel, or hydrogen gas on the surface of palladium. So, hydrogen is a gaseous state and palladium is a solid, or you may take nickel. Then liquid, solid, liquid and solid. Look here, liquid and solid means what? So, it is here the solute is liquid and the solvent is solid. We have seen that is in organic reactions, in organic chemistry, sodium amalgam, NaHG. Na is sodium is a solid and mercury is a liquid, it is called as amalgam. Amalgam of sodium and mercury, that is NaHG. In many reduction reaction we are using this sodium NaHG amalgam, that is amalgam of sodium and mercury, NaHG. Then the last one is solid, solid. So, you are also very familiar with this alloys, Mishra lohagalu, alloys. So, it is, or even that is the gold, that is gold contains a small amount of copper, otherwise they cannot make ornamental. While doing the ornamentals, so they are adding a small amount of copper to mold it in any shape, otherwise gold is very soft. So, therefore, here solid, copper dissolved in gold, copper dissolved in gold, or you may write alloys of metals. The best example is brass, bronze, stainless steel, etc. Look here students, these are the examples for types of solutions. I think that is, it is clear to you. So, it is here, these are the types of solutions. So, types of solutions, 3 types of solutions are there, and then I have explained all those things. Now, here solution means we come to know that it contains solute and solvent. So, here if the solution containing that is less amount of solute, then what do you call it? If the solution contains more amount of solute, then what do you call it, and how that is the concentrations are expressed? Let us see that is expressing concentration of solutions. Expressing concentration of solutions. Expressing concentration of solutions. Then what is concentration of solution? The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute dissolved or present in a given quantity of solvent, or it may be solution. You may take in, that is a definite amount of solute, you may be dissolved in solute in solvent or solution. It is called as concentration of a solution. Remember, the concentration of a solution is the amount of solute that can be dissolved or present in a given quantity of solvent or solution, is called as concentration of a solution. Look here students. The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute dissolved, or you may write present, dissolved in a given quantity. You may write given quantity, or you may write given amount. Given quantity or given amount. Given quantity of a solvent, remember, or solution. So, the concentration of a solution is the amount of solute that is dissolved in a given quantity of a solvent or solution. So, it is called as a concentration of the solution, is called concentration of a solution. Look here students. So, what is the definition here? The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present or dissolved, the amount of solute dissolved in a given quantity of solvent or present. You may write any one. The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present or dissolved in a given quantity of solute or in a given quantity of solvent or solution, is called as concentration of solution. So, here in concentration of solution, so another question is there, what is the standard solution? What is the standard solution? So, very simple, the solution whose concentration is known, is called as standard solution. The solution whose concentration is known is called standard solution. is called a standard solution. Then another term is there, that is what is the dilute solution? What is the dilute solution? Look here students, if so here 100 ml of water and only 1 gram of sugar is present, only 1 gram, means that is here the solution which contains a very small amount of solute is called as dilute solution. The solution which contains a very small amount of the solution which contains a very small amount of solute is called dilute solution, So if 1 gram of sugar is added in 100 ml of water, it is a dilute solution. Then what is a concentrated solution? Look here, in concentrated solution, if that is 100 ml of water is there, to this that is 10 gram of sugar is added. 10 gram of sugar is added. So as compared to this, it is 1 gram, it is 10 gram. So therefore, here the concentrated solutions the solution which contains large amount of solute is called concentrated solution. Look here students, the solution which contains large amount of solute means not more than there is solvent, it is near about 10 gram. So solvent must be always in larger quantity and solute must be always in smaller quantity. A very small is called as dilute and a relatively small is called as a concentrated. So it is about the type that is here, the standard, what is concentration of solution, what is standard solution, what is dilute solution and what is concentrated solution. Look here students, it is about this basics of this solution. And now how the concentrations are expressed, or you may also call it as units. So it is units to express the concentration of the solution, units to express the concentration of solution. Let us see that is what are the units. Units to express the concentration of solutions, units to express the concentration of solutions. Units to express the concentration of a solution. Look here student, there are various that is units are there. Number 1 mass percentage, number 2 volume percentage, number 3 mass by volume percentage, number 4 ppm parts per million, number 5 mole fraction, number 6 molarity, number 7 molality. Like this it is several units are there to express the concentration of a solution. So here the first one is that is mass percentage. mass percentage of the component. It is expressed in terms of W by W. W by W, weight of the mass and weight of the solution. So, weight of the solute upon weight of the solution. So, here what is the mass percentage? The mass percentage is defined as the number of parts by mass of a solute. The number of parts by mass of the solute dissolved in 100 parts by mass of the solution. 100 parts by mass of the solution is called as mass percentage, or you may define in a different way. Look here. Mass percentage of the component is equal to mass of the component in a solution into 100 divided by total mass of the solution. Look here students, you may write definition on this also. So, total mass of the solution, mass of the component in solution, mass of the component in the solution into 100 divided by total mass of the solution. You may define like also, mass percentage of the component is defined as it is the ratio of mass of the component in the solution or mass of the solute, you may call it as solute, mass of the solute in the solution and total mass of the solution. So, you may also write like this, or it may be also defined as, it is defined as the number of parts by mass of solute or component, number of parts by mass of solute dissolved, or you may write present, dissolved or present, number of mass, that is the number of parts by mass of solute dissolved or present in 100 parts by mass of solution, 100 parts by mass of solution. So, it is here that is called as W upon W, mass of solute, mass of solution. So, it is here, it is the definition. And here you may solve that is a simple example, very simple example. Look here, I will give one example. Look here, 10 gram of glucose is dissolved in 90 gram of water. Calculate its mass percentage. Calculates its mass percentage. Look here students, very simple. 10 gram of glucose is dissolved in 90 gram of water. It is also in gram, W upon W. So, therefore, calculate its mass percentage, that is mass percentage of glucose. So, you may also write that is like this, it is the same formula. So, it is percentage of this mass percentage of glucose is equal to mass of glucose divided by total mass of the solution is equal to 10 gram divided by 10 gram plus 90 gram into 100 is equal to, look here students, look here, mass of glucose 10 gram, then total mass of the solution means solute plus solvent, solute is 10 gram and solvent is 90 gram. So, solute plus solvent is equal to solution. So, you have to write, do not forget. So, some students are writing that is 90 gram directly, but it is not 90 gram directly. So, here it is 10 plus 90. So, it is called as 100 gram. So, here 90 gram means that is here it is solute and it is solute plus solvent is equal to solution, it is 100 gram, and here, so that is you will get that is 90 plus 10 is equal to 100, 100 cancels, then the percentage is 10. Percentage is 10. Look here students, like this it is simple problems are there. So it is about a mass percentage. It is about a mass percentage. Then the next one is volume percentage. So you know that volume percentage again same. So it is volume percentage, second one, volume percentage, that is also called as V by V. Means that is here again that is volume divided by volume, V by V, that is volume percentage of the component is equal to volume of the solute. Look here, difference. Volume of the solute or volume of the component divided by total volume of the solution into 100. Then student, total volume of the solution, it is volume, it is also volume, V by V. Then what is the definition here? The number of parts by volume of the solute dissolved in 100 parts by volume of the solution is called as a volume percentage, or it is the ratio of volume of the solute or volume of the component to that of the total volume of the solution in 100 ml. So you may write any one that is here the number of parts by volume of component or solute in volume of component, or number of parts by volume of component dissolved in 100 parts by volume of solution. 100 parts by volume of solution. Number of parts by volume of solute dissolved in 100 parts by volume of the solution is called as a volume percentage. And here also you may solve a simple example. 10 gram of ethanol dissolved in 10 ml. It is right 10 ml. 10 ml of ethanol dissolved in 90 ml of water. 10 ml, that is this 10 ml of ethanol dissolved in 90 ml of water. Calculate its volume percentage. So therefore here I will write volume percentage of the component is equal to, so that is this volume of the solute is equal to 10 ml divided by 10 ml plus 90 ml into 100 is equal to how much? Again it is 100 and then it is you will get 10%. Look here students. Similarly, there is another one that is mass by volume percentage. That is mass by volume percentage, that is called as W upon V. So here number of parts by mass of solute dissolved in 100 parts by volume of solution, that is mass by volume percentage, W upon 100. So it is nothing but mass percentage, that is mass of the solute divided by this volume of the solution, that is mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. That is total volume of solution. So, here it is about the basic things, the concentration units to express the concentration of solution. So, here I explained about that is up to that is the mass by volume percentage, and students in the next class will discuss the further that is remaining concentration terms. Thank you. Thank you.